September 11th, 2022. Never forget. We are here with my newest addition to the bonsai family. It is a dwarf pomegranate. I've been kind of desiring to have a tree like this for quite some time, doing a lot of research on it. Really looking forward to seeing what I can do with this. Give you a quick spin on it right now. I just purchased this thing. It's probably about 6 or 7 years old right now. My plan is to, as you see, it's quite tall. My plan right now is to basically kind of get some of the dead stuff cleaned up in there, let it go through its fall and winter progression, and then come next spring I'll be able to really do some work with it. But right now, I've got some like cotton stuff wrapped around some of this here. I don't know if that's dog hair, cobwebs, and looks like the fuzz from fireweed and cottonwoods and whatnot. It killed off some of the growth here. So I plan to trim some of that out, let this thing breathe a little bit, make sure all the dead and disease stuff is gone. And then I'll show you what I'm working with. I'll also weed it, of course. And show you what I'm working with for the, well, show you what it looks like when it's all cleaned up. All right, let's get started on this. All right, cleaned it up just a bit here. Get rid of most of the dead twigs out of the middle of it. Get rid of most of that cottonwood or fireweed off of it. But as you can see, got that trunk base nice and cleaned up. It goes a little bit wild in here. Crossing trunks right here. It's not a good thing. I'm thinking I'll get to just one of these two trunks in here next year. Figure out how I want to grow that up. And we'll take it from there. I don't really think I want the clump style, but we'll see. As we come up here, thinking this will make a nice air layering. After we air layer it off, then we can possibly trim it down. As you can see, that trunk goes all the way down to there. And that's part of the crossing trunks down there, so. Maybe this whole side here, maybe this whole side here comes off. And we just use that as the main trunk. And grow it out from there. See if we can get it to focus down here. There we go. Make that the main trunk line on that side. And get rid of that side over there. All right. Dwarf pomegranate. Right now, my most expensive tree. I'll be back when I got some more to show you. October 9th, 2022. Looking at my dwarf pomegranate. I don't think any of these things are going to go to fruit. I don't think it's getting enough sunshine for that. The only direct sun it gets is what it's getting like right now during the sunset. Otherwise, it just gets ambient light from this window. And I don't think it stays warm enough for this thing to continue to fruit out. As you can see, the leaves are starting to yellow up a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. Kind of hard to see things when the sun's behind it, I know. So it is starting to go to sleep for me. I'll be keeping it in this entryway here for majority of the winter. Maybe bring it back up into the garage where it stays around 40 after it does go completely dormant here. All right, I'll be back when I got more to show you. December 9th, 2022. And we are back with my dwarf pomegranate. We are definitely getting that cold winter that we were promised. It's about -8 degrees Fahrenheit outside here today. And in our Arctic entryway, it is about 38, 39 degrees, maybe 37, somewhere in there, Fahrenheit. So definitely getting pretty chilly. I know I said I was going to leave this thing here until the spring, but I think plans are going to be changing. I'm going to call an audible on this one, and we're going to switch things up. Check this out. And here we are. That's right. I got myself a dadgum grow tent. Found a pretty good deal on a used one online and came with just a ton of lights, so I almost couldn't say no. I'm hoping that these fruits didn't get too cold. They can still ripen up and give me some seeds. Plus, if you look up here, this thing is still budding out. Even down there where it's been 38 degrees, it keeps putting out new fruit. So I wanted to get it in here to let it recover, wake itself back up. And as soon as it does wake back up, starts pushing out new leaves, I'm gonna start going after those air layers, see how many trees I can get out of this. I'm pretty excited. I'm thinking this is what you kind of have to do, though, if you're going to grow tropicals or Mediterraneans in Alaska. We don't get a whole lot of sunshine, especially this time of year. None of it's direct light. I think we're looking at about 5.5 hours of sunrise to sunset. So, all right. I'm going to probably clean off some of these old leaves here over the next couple of weeks, and then I'll come back when I have something more to show you. January 22nd, 2023. Dwarf Pomegranate has definitely come back to life. Look at all that growth. Dang. Looking pretty slick, huh? I am definitely looking forward to getting this thing air layered, knocking that big tall trunk over there off of it. Man, look at those blossoms. Those things are beautiful. Not really getting pollinated, so they're not going to turn into fruit. I guess I could try to come in with a paintbrush, but I don't know. Yeah, looking forward to getting some work done on this thing. Don't know when I'll have the time, but we'll make it. All right, folks. Be back when I got something more or something different to show you. All right, it is February 23rd, and I am finally going for it. I'm gonna get some air layers going here. All right. 2 air layerings put into this dwarf pomegranate. And see if we can get 2 decent little trees out of that. Meantime, I'm going to take some cuttings out of here just to see if I can get some of them rooting and take a little bit of stress off this tree a little bit. See what else happens to it. All right, folks. Back when I got more to show you. It is July 9th, 2023. And you can see my dwarf pomegranate is still looking pretty good. But we're coming back in here for these air layers here. Pop this one open. Yeah, we got some roots in there. So we're gonna go ahead and take this one, and then we'll pop that one open in a second here as well. All right, be right back. All right, it is now the evening. But as you can see, I've got my dwarf pomegranate trimmed down to a manageable height. You got my 2 major trunk lines in here. This one here has a nice split, but I'm not sure I like that. So you can imagine all of these gone. And then imagine this trunk here gone, so it starts just growing out that direction. That's kind of where I think I'm going with this now. All right, I'm gonna get this thing transitioned outside. Back when I got more to show you. August 27th, 2023. Dwarf pomegranate has had quite the season. Recovered nicely after taking off those 2 air layers and then transitioning it outside. I think it actually does much better in the natural sun than it does in that grow tent. Grow tent, it blooms out pretty nicely, but then it starts to turn brown and doesn't seem to enjoy things very much. So as you can see here with the trunks, Can make a beautiful clump style tree in here. Or I can try to do another air layer down there near the base and really get what I think I want. Time will tell. Alright folks, like it if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to follow along. Any comments, concerns, violent criticisms, please leave it in the comment section below. And as always, I'll be back when I got more to show you.